I am the Namer, guardian of the names of power. Before your world even existed, my people were an ancient race. Now they are gone, and only I remain, keeper of my people's history. Across the endless tracts of space have I traveled, to return to the planet of my birth, Zoidstar. Though my people perished long ago, and their cities were buried by the shifting sands, the machines remain. It is these that have brought me here to perform the last act of the Zoidarian race, the giving of the names of power. When my race was young and had an interest in the affairs of the galaxy, they built the machines, mighty engines of destruction which gave the power of life and death over the other creatures in the galaxy. The Zoidarians turned their gaze outward and laid waste to 1,000 star systems with their machines, their Zoids. But ruling a galaxy was not enough for the Zoidarians. It was not the conquests, but the battles they enjoyed. And though all intelligent life trembled in the shadow of the Zoids, my people battled on, machine against machine, Zoidarian against Zoidarian, in the further pursuit of glory. Zoidarian lives were needlessly sacrificed to the god of battle, and the race dwindled in numbers until the elders outlawed the Zoid duels. But they couldn't outlaw the Zoidarian love of combat. The Zoidarian pilots of the giant war machines were replaced by androids, and thus the heroic combat could continue without threat to Zoidarian life. Too late came the order. Too late to save a once mighty race from extinction, and now only I remain. Only I and the Zoids. And though my people created the Zoids, I have no power to control them. For the war machines have become the living embodiment of the Zoidarian thirst for combat, with lives and wills of their own. They exist only to fight, to ensure that their heroic combat lasts for all eternity. Devastating though these machines may be, they are the least powerful of their kind. Stronger and more savage are the Power Zoids. Giant machines whose very passing can topple mountains. Even now, a Power Zoid approaches. Compared to the strength of this creature, my own power is nothing. Then it speaks, and my blood turns to ice. The voice I hear has no warmth, no spark of emotion.
Claws gleam in the starlight, red mutants rising in the dead night. Fangs rules with an iron jaw, crushing circuits, bending every law. Engine roars in the battlefield haze, fight for supremacy, robo blaze. Ferox and Brutox dare to defy. Fate's gonna tear them till the circuits cry. Red mutants march on a broken steel. Flames the light who makes the weak ones kneel. Robot world gonna feel his reign. All resistance crumbles under faint disdain. Red mutants march on the broken steel. Thanks to Liger, makes the weak ones kneel. Robot world gonna feel his reign. All resistance crumbles under faint disdain. order given. Fangs leads the pack in the cruelest mission. Cities crumble under his fierce attack. Microchips shatter against the cracked track. Screams of the fallen echo in the air. Fangs don't care, ain't no code for repair. Red mutants march on the broken steel. Flames the larger makes the weak ones kneel. Robot world gonna feel his reign. All resistance crumbles under Fang disdain. Red mutants march on the broken steel. Fang's the Liger makes the weak ones kneel. Robot world gonna feel his reign. All resistance crumbles under Fang disdain. Microchips shatter against the cracked track. Screams of the fallen echo in the air. Fangs don't care, ain't no code for repair. Red mutants march on the broken steel. Fangs the larger makes the weak ones kneel. Robot world gonna feel his reign. All resistance crumbles under Fang disdain. Red mutants march on the broken steel. Fangs the larger makes the weak ones kneel. Mighty Zoidstar rule the night. Heroic blue guardians ready for the fight. Claws and lasers cutting through the sky. Planet Zoidstar, we ain't saying goodbye. Evil red mutants led by red orange might. Dark machines and shadows that bring the blight. Rumbling round and lightning in their wake. No surrenders, cause we make no mistake. Evil red mutants led by red orange might. gold shine, shimmering clean. Dinosaur Genosaur run amok, charge particle gun to make a hope suck. But now Blade Liger Mirage makes the scene, laser blades of gold shine, shimmering clean. Son of organoid system, bold you are. Blade Liger Mirage, white and red, hairy star. Charging the battle force and laser scar. Crush Genosaurus, spread your fame afar. Ferocious machine spirit, now uproar. Blade Liger Mirage, bathed in Gylo's gore. Genosaur even now respects you. You wear Helic Republic, emblem true. For now comes the greatest match yet to face. Geno Breaker, next step in Zoidar's race. Built to fight close, your machine nemesis. You need upgrades to send him to the abyss. Son of organoid system, bold you are. Blade Liger Mirage, white and red, hairy star. Charging the Gylos force and laser scar. Crush Genosaurus, spread your fame afar. Now with the tech boosters you can get in close. High speed like a machine built for the pros. Geno Breaker and Blade Liger Mirage trap. Slice him to pieces before you are scrap. Son of organoid system, bold you are. Blade Liger Mirage, white and red, hairy star. Charging the Gylos force and laser scar. Crush Genosaurus, spread your fame afar. Son of organoid system, bold you are. Blade Liger Mirage, white and red, hairy star. Charging the Gylos force and laser scar. Crush Genosaurus, spread your fame afar. Ferocious machine spirit, now uproar. Blade Liger Mirage, bathed in Gylo's gore. Genosaur even now respects you. You wear Helic Republic, emblem true. But now comes your greatest match yet to face. Geno Breaker, next step in Zoidar's race. Built to fight close, your machine nemesis. You need upgrades to send him to the abyss. Now comes your greatest match yet to face. Geno Breaker, next step in Zoidar's race. Built to fight close, your machine nemesis. You need upgrades to send him to the abyss. Son of organoid system, bold you are. Blade Liger Mirage, white and red, hairy star. Charging the Gylos force and laser scar. Crush Genosaurus, spread your fame afar.
It is the never-ending battle between red and blue Zoids. It has been waged for centuries. It rages still, with no end in sight.
I, the Namer, last of the Zoidarians, guardian of the names of power, keeper of the legend of heroic combat, have spoken.